You are nearly there, and I want to show you what a completed portfolio looks like, because now you're going to add the reflections that are necessary and you're going to fill in all the pages and submit it. That's what's coming next. So here's what a good one looks like. Now here's the welcome page, the splash page. It's got a picture, it's got the details. Make sure that these details are yours and that this link goes to yours. Then make sure the badges that are listed down at the bottom of this page are those that you have earned. And you can look at your player card to determine those, or your rewards tab in the system. The About Me, again, should have some kind of image. If it's of you, fabulous. It should explain who you are and what you do. You've completed the future vision and future goals. We want to know what the vision that you have for your classroom or professional space will be, and what those goals will be once you're in that space. Pretty cool stuff. The meat of your portfolio then begins with your standard pages. Now you'll notice that there are two parts. There is the standard listed above. That's basically everything above the line stays on every page. And then down below, you simplify it to 3 artifacts and reflection. Okay, so here's an artifact. Here's the reflection about it. Here's an artifact. Here's the reflection about it. Here's the artifact. You get the point. Now, each reflection has 4 parts. Those 4 parts are, what is it, right? The second part, how did you make it? We want to know the details. Don't assume that the person who's looking at your Prezi understands what a Prezi is. Third, how you plan to use it in the future, and then how it meets the standard. Let me give you a little bit more on this. So if your artifact is a cupcake, for example, then you want to explain what a cupcake is. A cupcake is a dessert treat that's made in a muffin tin, wrapped in paper. It's very cake-like, and it contains frosting or some other cool thing on the top. Okay, you describe what it is, assuming that they don't have any idea what it is. Well, how did you make it? Well, I made the batter from a box, which used these ingredients, and I mixed it up, and then I poured them into each of the cupcake or muffin tin pieces with a piece of paper in it. Then I baked them at this rate for this long, and then I frosted them with some frosting and some sprinkles, right? Tell us how you made it. In terms of the tools, I use this tool to create this, and I use this tool to create this. Be deliberate. Tell us how you made them, because there are people who will read this who don't know how you made it. And you show us your expertise in that by doing that. How are you going to use it? I would definitely use cupcakes as a dessert, or as a way of giving each of my students a birthday treat instead of having one big cake that we cut into a bunch of pieces, these individual cakes that they can carry outside in the playground. Right, you talk about how you might use it. And how does it meet the standard? Well, it meets the standard of our baking class because it's both an example of a dessert and a personal baked item, right? I mean, a cookie could be another example of both of those. In the case of our standard for the artifact, you're actually going to look for language up above, right? And you'll notice that this person said, as the teacher, my job will be to recognize and allow opportunities to foster this type of learning. Again, here's the words: engaged, digital tools. You'll find all of these words up here. The fastest way to draw a connection to the standard is to use the language from the standard. I'll say it again, because that's important. The best way to draw a connection to the standard is to use words from the standard. When my wife is talking to me and asking me if I've been paying attention, I will try to use the words that she used when she told me to put the toilet seat down or to take care of my own dishes in the sink. I'll use the words that she used so that she knows I paid attention. Okay, so you'll move on. Standard 2, same thing. Artifact, reflection. Artifact, reflection, artifact, reflection. That's why this quest is worth so many points, because you're going to have to go through and clean all of these up. Artifact, reflection, artifact, reflection. Yes, yes, yes. You get the basic idea. You get the basic idea. Do me a favor, because I'm going to do this. Run your writing through a grammar checker and or a spelling checker before you submit it to me, because I will. And you won't have it done because you'll have to go back and make all the changes when I say, hey, there's a lot of spelling and grammar in here, and then you'll have to search it anyway. So Save yourself the time. Do the spelling and grammar checks ahead of time. Even have somebody proofread it. You'll find almost everything if you read it out loud. If you just take 20 minutes and read all of your reflections out loud. So you'll notice that there are 3 standards for each of these 5 artifacts, total of 15 activities. Can you use one more than once? Yeah, you can use one more than once if it meets multiple standards. I don't want to see the same 3 artifacts on every one. And if you're in doubt as to what to do, check out the voice thread and click on that standard and see what other people have put in there. You might find artifacts that you didn't do, and that's okay too. But 3 for each. Your role of technology. Make sure that this is also spell checked and correct, because I'll do the whole site. That your web resources, that all of your links are named and details if necessary. And your files page also includes all of that. Very cool. That is how it's done. I have full confidence that you're going to be able to finish your final portfolio quickly. And that's why this prep step is worth so many points. Because you're going to spend some time writing those reflections and getting it perfect. So that when the person who looks at it, whether it be the dean of this college, me, your next employer, takes a peek at all the cool stuff that they can do, they're impressed by this cool portfolio. That's the point, that we can actually show the things that you've done. Not just say, oh, they got an A in this class, and that's great. You're going to get that. But we want to be able to show off the really cool things that you can do by pointing at the things that you've done. You know, a great artist is not just a great artist. A great artist is a great artist because, oh my gosh, look at this, and look at this, and hold this. Can you believe that? What great craftsmanship. That's what we're looking for, and that's what you'll get out of this. Anyway, I hope that you find this not repetitive and interesting at least, and now get to work and proofread it, proofread it, proofread it.